Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to use up your scraps. So your ribbons, lace, anything you've got like that. You could even do it with paper. You wouldn't, paper scraps would be fine as well. And you're just going to make an aperture to lay over the top of the ribbon that you've laid down. So it's really simple to do. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I've used ribbons that are of like lacy creams and golds and things like that, but you could do colours, and like I say, you can do paper. So it depends what your picture's going to be. If it's going to be a balloon, you might want it nice and vibrant. So just use up your scraps, guys. Paper ribbon, but I think the ribbon makes it look like a really classic card because I've used pearlescent cardstock as well. There's a little bit of gold, done a drop shadow word sentiment on the front there. So yeah, let's get started and I'll show you how to do it then. So I've got two dies because I made a frame. Now if you're going to be doing circles with a compass or drawing around something, or just basic squares with your paper trimmer, then you don't have to make a frame, but I'm just going to talk you through. Now this one is a tattered lace die. I can't remember what it's called because I don't have the packaging anymore, but if you use nesting dies, so they're brilliant for this sort of thing because you can make your aperture and then you can make a frame to lay over the top because it just gives it that little neat edge there. You see, it just looks nice having the frame on there. It's flat on there, but it just gives it another dimension to your cards. Now like I say, it's up to you, don't have to, but it does finish it nicely. So there's your cards. Now the other thing you're going to need, now you can make any shape card, any size card. So I've done a 5 3/4 square card, and I've used pearl card, so it's just basic square shape. You could use your 80s, A6s. Obviously your dies might determine the size of the card you're going to make. Then you need another one, so because this is 5 3/4, I always go down 1/4 inch, so that makes this one 5 1/2. So you've got a 5 1/2 piece of card there that goes on top that you cut your aperture in. And then this is a sheet of double-sided paper that's going to be cut to 5 1/2 because it's 1/2 inch smaller. If you put it like that, you'll see 1/2 inch border, 1/2 inch smaller than the card. It's going to go in the centre. Now, if you don't have double-sided paper, then you can use just your double-sided tape or glue the ribbon down. It's entirely up to you, but you're just going to do it within that area. Now to make, I don't want to teach you to suck eggs, but for those of you that don't know, when you're making an aperture and a frame to go on a card, the easiest way to do it, I'll move this out of the way so you can see there, the easiest way to do it so it's dead centre is to get your piece of card. So this is a piece of card that's the right size. This is a 1/4 inch smaller than my base card. Put your big die down, you're not going to use it for this, and put it so it's exactly in the middle of your cardstock. Now once you're happy it's in the middle, put your middle die down, centre die that's going to be the aperture, pop that one in, level it up until it's perfectly where you want it so that you've got your right side, because if you just put the aperture in and guess it, then the outside one that you're going to use as your frame may not fit. So this only really applies if you're using a frame. Take your tape and put your tape just on the inside aperture like that, and then take that one away, run that through the machine, and you've got your aperture and you know the frame's going to fit on there. So that's how I did mine. When you want to make the frame, obviously you're going to put the two dies together, make them nice and square, central square. Make two hearts square. Go on, challenge. You could look. Oh, don't. So you just tape them together, pop it on the card, run it through the machine, you've got your frame. So that's just how you come to do that. I've obviously got my two pieces cut out already because I didn't want to bring a die cut machine into the equation. So we've got those two bits ready to go, and we've got the card base. So what we're going to do is start with the card base and some double-sided paper. Like I say, if you haven't, then you can use tape. So this is probably the trickiest bit, isn't it? Take the one side off. Keep these as well. These are really good if you've got foam pads or anything double-sided that you need to put somewhere. You can pop it on them. So make sure this is central to your card-ish. The thing is, the beauty is by cutting it down that extra 1/4 inch is you've got, like, because it's wonk there, you've got that room because this is a bit bigger, so you've got room to do it. Now while I've put this back over, what I'm going to do, now you're not going to see this because you're going to peel this off, don't forget, but I'm going to push quite hard with a pencil and draw around that inside of that heart, and that's where I know the ribbon's got to fall. Now, like I say, I'm going to peel it off. You'd be like, you're mad, Sarah, what are you doing? Well, I have a plan. So take off this bit. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. There's like a dent, a little dent in there. So I can see where that heart is. So I'm just going to sketch really, really roughly and lightly, because obviously if the ribbon's too pale or you're using organza ribbon, you're going to see. So try and go on the outside of that line. But just make sure when you're putting your ribbon down that you're going to be covering it. Now, the next thing is you can put your ribbon on, but you don't have to, see how I've done mine diagonally? You don't have to do that. You can go square, straight on rather. You can go vertical. You can just do it haphazard, patchwork style if it's paper. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do this, but just lay it all down, have fun. We're just using up scraps, remember, making a beautiful card out of it. So I'm going to start and just put some things down. So I'm going to start about here, I think, because I've got this little tiny frayed scrap, so I want to make sure that gets on to the double-sided. So I'm going at an angle, but not as strong as the other one that I did before. And then I think I'll use something with the gold in, so sort of measure it, and then just get your ribbon scissors that no one's allowed to touch. There they go, in there and get them. Oh, I'm going to pop that one up there actually, and they should probably do it in a row. It's easier because then you know your length of your ribbon. But I've decided to go crazy. So like you can see, and when it's too long, when it overhangs, snip it off. As long as it is within that heart shape that we've got there, then that's good. So I think we'll go with some lace between these two. I'm going to pop some lace on there. Like so. I don't know if you can see, but where I've drawn that heart down the bottom, I can see there's a tiny little bit that's going to need covering up. So we'll put something pretty down there, I think. I might put this. This is gorge. You know when you have that ribbon that you don't want to use on anything? This is that ribbon. I could fold this one in half, you know. Get a nice thickness down there. I love this. Goodbye, ribbon. It was nice knowing you. So we got that little bit just down the bottom there, and then I might, because I don't really like that plain bit of satin ribbon, I think it's a bit boring, I'm going to overlay it like that, just give it a bit of interest with that one. Now you can always bring your frame in, or even your aperture would be better, wouldn't it? Bring your aperture in and have a look and see if you're happy with how it's going. And I can see there, look, how on earth did I do that? I've gone a bit short there. So I'm going to extend that with something else. So I might, thing is with this as well, it's not easy to lift off. So we'll pop that on, make that one go across there, make it a bit bigger. So I'm glad I did a check. Don't know how I missed that line, I'm sure. That's better. So we're covered now. Got it covered. So there we go. It's really easy. So you just build it up, go back and find the bits of ribbon that you've got. Let's do some lace. Let's do it. So there we go, across there. That's pretty, isn't it? And then I'm going to put this nice big bit that I've got left because it fits lovely across there. And I needed something quite deep there. I'm just going to cut these edges off. I haven't. There we go, and that little fray there, you want to just, and the great thing about this when you use double-sided paper is you can, and if you're feeling sticky underneath the ribbon, then just put a bit of talcum powder on there, and then that'll take the stick away. So what should we do next? I think a bit of satin. Oh yeah, let's do a bit of this. I love this. It's got a nice little print on it. Don't know where I got it. If anyone asks me, I won't be able to answer. Now I might need something on that side. Let's have a look. Oh, aperture one. Aperture one. Yeah, I will. I need something up that top. So because I didn't have very much of that, I can just take another bit of it and extend it across there, because the heart is dipping, so it's fine to do that. Look, as you can see. I mean, I did that really rough, as you saw. And that one's really wonky, which is going to annoy me. I might try and pick it up. Might regret this. Sorry about that crash bang wallop. Oh no, it's coming up nicely. It's just, actually, I'm going to get it all up and get that edge. See, this is what you can do. You can change your mind. And put it across like that. I like that better. There, more lace. So you can see there. It's coming on very nicely. And we've only got a little bit to fill up there. So what do we need? I reckon another bit of lace to finish. Let's go with, I want a skinny lace. I haven't got one. What I want. I'm going to use this. I'm going with this. So that'll definitely fill it. It's going to be too big for that corner, but snip it off. There. So now when you put the frame on top of your aperture, do it away from the card, so to speak. That's sticking up as well. I might cut this. This one that I folded over, I've just noticed it's decided it wants to stick up in the air. So I'll just chop it off because it's that type of ribbon that I can do that. So there we go. We'll have that. So you can see it's really like randomly quite rough on there, but it doesn't matter. It'll be fine. And then when you're doing this, do the frame, keep the aperture away from the card. And also, if you're going to put a sentiment on, like I did, across the aperture, do that before you put it over the ribbon. Ribbon. Because that way it won't stick to the ribbon and you won't get glue on the ribbon. Seems like I can't see a ribbon though. My ribbon where it's broken. I'm just going to smear my glue with my baby tool like this. So what you can do is you can see where it's going to go. And then, I haven't pushed it down as you'll notice, I'm just getting glue off my fingers. Lift it up, ooh, slowly. And you can feel then, you can push the frame around the aperture to make it fit exactly. You wouldn't be able to do this if it was on the card. Like that. And then, like I say, so if you put the words on, because you only want to glue the edges, you might end up putting glue on there. So this is just a drop shadow. So all you do is you cut two out, and then you put one down, and then lay the other one on top in the next colour. Because I have gold in my ribbon. I thought it'd be quite a nice little touch to add a couple little nods to gold on the card. I'm just going to roll that around. And then what we do is on the back, add some foam tape. Or foam pads, whatever you've got. So just going to raise that up. So where are the other scissors? Not those scissors because they're my ribbon scissors. I've got some teeny ones there, that'll do. Just run foam pad around all four edges. Like so. Now if you're worried about getting this on perfectly straight, and also go around the heart a little bit as well, give it a bit of stability in that area. So if you're worried about excuse me, getting excuse me, asthma again. If you're worried about getting this on easily, then just add glue to the back of these foam pads once you've, I'll show you, taken all the bits off. But I thought it was a really nice, stunning card actually. But that looks like it's a lot of money. That ribbon and lace. They don't know, do they? They don't know. Right. And this one, come along. Is that off? No, didn't think it was. So, all you need to do now is grab your glue and just dot it on top of the foam tape. So not fully, because you want the foam tape to take. You don't want to wait for the glue to stick onto the ribbon because that'll take a long time. So you need it to be secure, but have that little bit of manoeuvrability. Try saying that with your teeth out. Right. Oh, Sarah. So we're just going to centralise that to the card now. So make sure you've got an even border all around. Squash it down. And then you can see you've got this amazing card. Beautiful lace. I'm not going to put a sentiment on there because I'll probably do a different one. I'll probably do this for an anniversary one actually. I think it's rather lovely. Oh, golden. So you could do silver anniversary, gold anniversary. So really nice wedding card too. Oh, I digress. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks then. Bye.